Today, we're going to walk through how to connect your Invoice2go account with Xero. Once connected, when you send an invoice from Invoice2go, it will automatically sync to Xero for your approval, along with all of the invoices line items and your client details. No more having to create invoices in Invoice2go and then also manually create them in Xero. This will simplify your accounting, save you time, and if you have an accountant or a bookkeeper, make their lives easier too. First, we want to log into Invoice2go and we want to go through the setup process with Xero. You're only going to need to do this initial step once. After this, anytime you send an invoice from any of your devices, whether it be your mobile phone, your tablet, or the web from Invoice2go, it will automatically show in your Xero account. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to go ahead and navigate to Settings from within Invoice2go, scroll to the very bottom where I see Connect to Xero, and then go ahead and hit Connect to Xero. I'll be prompted to log into Xero if I haven't already. If I have, then I'll see a screen like this, where all I need to do is choose the organization and tap to allow access. From here, I'm guided back to Invoice2go to complete the integration process with just 3 simple steps. Step 1 here is to make sure that my export settings and my revenue account are correct. I'm going to choose my default revenue account to send all of the invoices to. Here's the setting to make sure that anytime I send an invoice from Invoice2go, it's automatically sent to Xero. So I want to make sure that this one's on. Step 2 I need to follow is to confirm my taxes. I see my list of Invoice2go taxes and I also see my Xero taxes. I want to make sure that some of my taxes match, otherwise I'm going to need to do some manual reconciliation in Xero. Here I have both the 9.25% in Invoice2go and Xero, so it should be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that my taxes are correct. And finally, I need to make sure that my currencies match. I see my list of Invoice2go currencies and I see my Xero currency, and I can see that they match. If they didn't match, I need to change my currency in either Invoice2go or Xero to make sure that they match before I can proceed. Now that everything looks correct, I'm going to go ahead and tap Complete. I can see that my Xero account connected successfully, and if I scroll down, I can see that it's connected to the right account. And now I'm ready to test it out. I actually need to invoice my customer Marion McEnroe for a recent paint job that I did. So I want to go and create a new invoice for Marion. I type in Marion's details, and I'm going to type to add the line item for the recent paint job that I did for $450. Looks like everything is correct. I've got invoice 193 here, so I'm ready to send it out to Marion. I tap Send. And now that my invoice is sent, I'm going to go back into Xero to make sure that I see invoice number 193 there. So in a new tab, I'm going to log into my Xero account. I'm in my demo company, so I'm going to log into my sales account, which is where it is all synced to. I'm going to view all of the invoices. And here I see invoice 193 to Marion McEnroe. Let's make sure all the details are there. I see the description for the small paint job, and I see that my taxes are applied and everything looks correct. So I'm ready to approve this invoice in Xero. And that's it. Now that you have a simple way to ensure all of your invoices are automatically synced, reducing the amount of time and extra work you need to do, and ensuring your accountants and bookkeepers will love it too. Make tax time a breeze with Invoice2go and Xero.